I have to create another user. So I'll say Shweb by, click on submit, confirm, and it's reloading. And here we have registered one more user. You can see name Shweb by, and this looks pretty good. I can add friend and again click confirm. And now I'm friend with $1,000. You can simply open this one and you can see the transaction is happening. And I come back here, click on this, and now I want to send message and simply come and send the message. I'll say, hey Daulat, this project is amazing, and click on this. It will open the MetaMask. Click on confirm, and here it making the transaction. You can see we have this loader, and that's beautiful. We have sent the message. So click on that. You can see this is the exact message you have sent. Looks good. So once you download the file, this is what you will get. You will get the zip file. Simply extract that file, and let's open this particular folder in the Visual Code Studio. And I will select that, go back to the desktop, and let me select this particular folder. And this is the entire project source code you will get once you will download the zip file. So in this you will find all of this code. I'll simply have this one get, and this is the next artifact, assets, cache, components. In that you will find all the components we have here. This is the context, this is the contract, this is the page, public, script, style, test, and all of this thing we have. So very first thing we have to do is we have to delete the get folder. So I'm going to delete this one, and now we have to delete the artifact because we have to redeploy the contract. We're going to deploy the contract locally, and after that we're going to move to the Polygon. So I'll delete this artifact as well. I'll delete the cache as well, and we can come back here in the assets. So this is all the images we have. This is the entire components. We have error, filter, frame, loader, model, navbar, use card, and index, in that we are importing. So close this one, come back to the context, and here we have the JSON file for our smart contract. So what I will do, I'm going to delete this one. This is the entire JSON file, the ABI of the contract. Simply delete this one. Looks pretty good. And this is the context, in that we are importing this JSON file, and then we have the address of the contract. So here we have the entire context we have written, the entire functionality for interacting with the smart contract. That's all there in this context folder. Close this one. This is the entire smart contract for the chat applications. So simply scroll it down. Looks pretty good. Come back to the page, and here we have these three files: app, and all user, and index. So this is the entire configuration you will get, and you have to do if you are following the complete video. And here we have the all user, and we have done all of this configuration. This is the index file, and we are importing the components. So simply close this one. This is the, now we have to come back to the harded config file, and here we have to do the important configuration, because we going to deploy the contract locally and we'll test the entire contract. After that we're going to deploy the contract to the Polygon, and then we have to do the configuration here, like the network and the RPC URL, then private key, all of the things we're going to do it here. So looks pretty good to me. For the time being, let's keep it like it. This is the next.js config file, and here we have to do the configuration for the images, because we're going to deploy this particular project to the live location on a custom domain. So we have to do the configuration for the image as well. So that's what we're going to do it. Close it here, and now open up your terminal. And here we have to, first thing we have to do is come back here in the package.json file, and we have all of these packages we are using in this project. And the one thing you have to keep in mind, that no matter when you are working on this project, when you are building this project, you have to use the exact package version, because these are the package are right now very stable. And many of you said that this web3 model is depreciated. Yes, it's depreciated, but you can use this particular version and it will work absolutely fine. So we have all of these packages, and now that's what we're going to install it. So simply type npm I, and this will install the packages. So this is the one way to install the packages. I'll tell you the another way if you encounter any error. So right now you can see I have no issues in the code, and we have installed the packages very easily. This is the 13 vulnerability we have, which you don't need to worry about it. Simply clear your terminal, and here you can see we have installed all of this. Now what I will do, I'll simply type npm dev. Let me start the application, and you can see that I'm getting this particular error message because I have deleted the smart contract ABI file from the context, and that's the error we are getting here, but we don't need to worry about it. So simply come up here in the context, and here is the problem. So here we are importing that all data. Here we have to come, and you can see this is the file we are importing, which we don't have. I deleted that one. So simply comment this out, and here we can pass a simple text. So let's type hey. Okay, so save it and simply come back to the browser, open the application, click on this, and you can see still I'm getting this error message because I type this hey as a variable, but we have to type it as a string. So it says not defined. Come back to the code and we have to wrap in double stick, and this will fix the issue. Save it, come back here, and you can see right now we have no issues in the code. So automatically the MetaMask will open, and I have to pass my credential to log in. So let me pass it and click on unlock, and here I'm logged into this application. If I click on this MetaMask, and you can see I'm connected, and I'm connected with the Polygon. If I click on this, you can see I can easily able to close this one. I can come back to the home page. Here I will find all the friends. So you can see we have no error, everything's working fine. So now what I will do, I'll come back to the code and I'm simply bring back these, and now we're going to deploy the contract locally. So let me stop the application from running. Let me split the terminal, and now the very first thing we have to do is we have to run the local blockchain. So I'll simply type npx hard@ node, and this will start the local blockchain, the local node in our computer, and you can see it will give you 20 plus accounts, and each account will have 10,000 ether, which you can use to do the transaction and test your smart contract. So you will have the address, you will have the private key, and this is the private key which you have to import in the MetaMask. So click on this, come here, click on the import and paste here. So this particular address, this particular account I have already imported, so you can see that this account exists. So what I have to do is come back, I have to get the another account. So let's take this account number 18, get the private key, and that's what I have to simply paste here, and you can see I got this account here. So right now you can see it says 0 Matty because I'm connected with the Polygon. So I have to switch back to the localhost because we are testing on localhost first, and you can see I got this 10,000 ether. That's a lot of money. Now what I have to do is now I have to deploy the contract locally, and this is the exact piece of code you have to write. So you can see npx run and network, and then you have to define the location where you want to deploy. So we are deploying to the localhost, and that's what I have given here, and the script and deploy. Hit enter, and you can see it's compiled our contract, and here we have the address of the contract. Simply say copy that one, and come here. You can see when you will deploy the contract, it will create the artifact, and inside the artifact we have this contract, and in that contract we have this chat app JSON file, the ABI of the contract. So all we have to do is simply drag and drop here in the context, and that will fix the issue. Now simply copy this one, come back here and simply paste here. So we are deploying our contract, and we have only one contract. So this is the exact address you will get if you are using hard@ and you are deploying only one contract. So the first contract we will get this particular address. So the address is same. I'll simply paste here. And now what I will do, I'll simply clear my terminal. And the one thing you have to keep in mind that when you are deploying your contract and testing your contract locally, you have to keep running your local node. So right now you can see this local node is running. If I stop this, my contract is not going to work, and I'm not able to test our application. So this node should be running. So let's come here. Here we have the npm run dev, and here we have started our application. Now reload the browser, looks pretty good. Click on this, no error, no issues we have here. Now what I have to do is very first thing, click on the MetaMask, and I have to pick the account. So I'll go with the account number 1, account number 2, and right now you can see that this particular account has little less ether because by default hard@ will take the very first account for deploying your contract. So we have deployed the contract locally using the hard@, and it took the very first account. That's why you can see the balance is little less. So we have this balance. Now come up back here, and you can see this is the amount we have paid exactly. This is the account we have used. So what we can do, simply reload the browser, and now we have to create account first. That's how this application, this particular Dapp work. First you have to create an account, and then you can make friend, and then you can chat. So the address of the wallet will automatically fetch, and now you can give name to yourself. So I'll say $1,000, and I click on submit. It will open up this pop-up message. You can see we have no issues. Let's click on confirm. So I'm not going to remove this from the video. I want to show you that you will get this error. So to fix this, all you have to do is to reload the browser, and I know why this error is happening. And this error is happening because when we are changing the account and when we are changing the accounts, keeping the history of the previous account, and that's why we are getting this error message. And I can see in the terminal that we have one more error. So you can see this is the error we are getting, that user is not registered. And what we are doing, that when we are loading the applications, we are trying to take the address of the user who connected, and we are trying to find out the username of that particular wallet address, and that's why we are getting this error message. So to fix this, we can do that very easily. So this is the function which you have to stop, and this problem we are having when I'm testing this contract locally, but when I deploy the contract on the Polygon, I was not having this issues. So this one is happening only in local development. So what I will do, I'll simply reload the browser, and I will come back to the this is the exact error we are getting, because the contract is trying to fetch the name of the address and the user is not exist, and that's why we are getting this error message. So this is the one we have to fix. Come back here, go back to the context, and this is the function which causing the issue. So here you can see this is the function we have, fetch data, and in that we are trying to fetch the name of the user on the base of their wallet address. So this is the function which causing the problem. Simply comment this one, comment this, and now you will not have that issue. Reload the browser, and you can see everything is gone. Looks pretty good. Now click on this, and now I have to clear my history. So I'm logged out with the application. Reload the browser, and let me pass my credential. Click on unlog, and here you can see that I'm getting this error message, and you will get this too sometime, not always. So to fix this issue, what I can do is I have to clear my MetaMask history, because recently I changed the wallet address. So what I will do here is this is the error message I'm getting. Click on this MetaMask, click on this, go to the settings, advanced, and clear the data history. Clear it and reload the browser, and this will fix the issue. So again, there is no problem in the code. Sometime when you will test your contract locally, this problem created by hard hat or MetaMask or hard hat. So don't need to worry about that. Simply reload the browser, and that will fix the issue. So I'm not cutting anything at all. You can see that right now in front of you, I have downloaded the zip file, unzipped that, and I'm showing you on that particular code, and this is the exact piece of code you will get. So you have to follow the exact step which I'm doing here. Now what I have to do is come back here. I'm connected with this application, and now I can create. Simply click on that, and I have to give the name Daulat Hussain. Click on submit, and here we have the MetaMask. Click on confirm, and here we have registered ourselves successfully. If I come here, you can see we have created account. Come back to the all user, and here you will find yourself. So you can see add friend, and you cannot add yourself as a friend. Someone else can add you. So if you come back to the chat, what I will do, I'll come back here and I'll switch my account. So I'll go back to the account 3, and I have to delete the history and the MetaMask. Reload the browser, and now I have to register. So I'll say Schweb by, click on submit, and click on confirm. Here we have confirm it, and you can see we have this 2 user. So Schweb is registered and Daulat is registered. Now Schweb, like I'm the one who is Schweb, I can become a friend with Daulat. So to become, I have to simply click on this add friend, and here I have to make the transaction. So I'm with friend with Daulat, and I can find him in my friend list. So you can see this is I have here. I can click him, I can click on that, and I can simply send message to him. So you can simply type whatever you want. Like I can say, hey Daulat, thanks for being my friend, and click on this. And the reason why we are getting this error message is because the data updating function we have attached on the name, not on the image, not on the address, on the name. So if you click on the name, it can update the data, so you can easily able to set the message. But if you click on this or here, it's going to throw you an error message. So I want you to simply figure it out, because that's a very easy fix. Instead of calling this on click function on the name, you can call on this particular div, and that will fix the issue. So simply reload the browser, So if I do the inspect element, you can see I have no bug into this contract. The data is there. Simply reload the browser, and you can see all the data we have here. So click on the name twice, and this time you can simply pass the message. Say Daulat, hey Daulat, thanks for being my friend, and you can click, and this time transaction will went through. Okay, I hope you guys can understand that what problem we had in the code and how you can easily able to tackle this one. So this is the small challenge I want to give you guys. I want you to attach the function on this entire box of the user, not on the name, and that's very easy. So this is the one we have now. I will switch my account to number 2 and I can simply reload the browser and I can see Shoaib is my friend, and there I got the message from Shoaib, and that's good. So if I want to send him back, I can come back to the blockchain coder and I can simply get some dummy text from here. So again, you can easily able to get the entire source code from here, the source code we have. So simply come and get, if you stuck in the application, so first thing I would suggest you to follow the complete tutorial, build step by step, following the whatever I have explained in the project. But if you stuck and if you encounter any error and if you want to take the reference of the code, then only take the source code. So I will simply take this one, come back here and I'm going to paste here and click on this, and you can see I'm getting this error message because I have to click on this double, and now click on this, it will work fine. Confirm, and here we have sent the message. Here you can see Shoaib, and this is me who have sent the message, the entire message, and looks pretty good. If I come back to the account number 3, reload the browser, and here you will find that he has received the message. Now I will type subscribe to my channel, and I believe that you guys have done that. If you haven't done, make sure to do it. I need your support. So click on this. Still I'm getting this, and that's really very irritating. So make sure to double click on this, and that will fix that issue. Click on that and looks pretty good. Here we have sent the message. So simply double click on that and it will update the data. So looks pretty good. If we come back to the all user, and you can see every single thing is working fine. So everything is working fine. Now what I will do is I can simply uncomment this one. So the moment I uncomment this, you can able to find the name of the user. So if I come back to the application, you can see Shoaib Bhai, we have the name of the user, and simply come here. If I switch my account to the account number 2, you will find that with the name of the user will also change. So it looks pretty good. Every single thing is working fine. So we have successfully tested our contract locally, and now we can do some important things, and we're going to simply upload the entire smart contract to the Polygon. So it looks pretty good. Now what I will do is, you can see the name and the message, everything's looking good. Simply close this one and bring this up. Stop the application from running. Stop this one, clear your terminal. Now remove one terminal, come up here, and now we have to do configuration here in the next config file. So this is the place where we have to do configuration. So just keep it for a time being. Let's come back to the hard hat first, and here we have to simply do the configuration for the Polygon test network so we can deploy our contract. So we have done with the entire local host deployment and testing, and that was the error we were getting. So we have to double click on that, or you can simply attach the function. So that's the very easy fix. Here we are. Now let's come delete all the artifact, because we have to redeploy the contract to the Polygon. So we need to delete the artifact and the cache and the API. So delete the cache, come back to the context, delete the API, and simply come here. This is the entire images, context, and this is the out folder. So actually I was testing for the production mode. So this is the out folder I have. So I will simply delete that. I will show you from fresh. So this is the exact thing we have here. Now come back to the package.json file. Here we don't need to do any changes. The only changes we have to do in the build command, because we have to run the build commands to get a production level code. And this is the command you have to type: build npx build and next export. So this will create the out folder, and that will have the entire statics files which we have to upload to the hostinger. So that looks good. This is the exact configuration you have to do here. Now come back to the next.js config file, and here you have to do this configuration. So you have this is the exact piece of configuration you have to do. Simply comment this out, and let's uncomment this for the time being. They close this one, and now what we can do is come back here in the hard config file. So this is the this is the configuration of the images we have done in the next.js config file. and come back to the hardhead config file. So what I did, I simply copy paste the configuration, and I already made a tutorial on the NFT, how you can deploy the NFT marketplace to the hostinker, where I have show you everything about this particular hardhead config file. The same thing we have to do here. So I'm not going to repeat the same process. I'll link that video in the I button in the description so you guys can follow that. So you can see, let me give you overview what we have here in this. And so we have all of this particular code. So what I will do, I'll come back here and you can watch this particular video as well. Create your first blockchain portfolio Dapp, and that I've also explained you that how you can do this configuration in details. So very first thing we have is this entire piece of code, and that looks pretty good to me. Now come here, open up your terminal, and now we have to deploy the contract. So this is the exact command we have to write: npx run hardhat npx hardhat run script/deploy, and we have to provide the network name Polygon Mumbai. Hit enter, and it's compiled the contract, and now you will get the address of the contract which is deployed on the Polygon. So just wait. Here we have the address of the contract, simply copy that one, and here we have the artifact. Inside the artifact we have the API of the contract, simply drag and drop here, and now looks pretty good. Things are pretty good, and here we have to paste the address. So this is the Polygon address of the contract. Now this is the entire piece of code. We don't need to do any changes here. This will remain same, and we're going to fetch all the information. So looks pretty good, and now we have to simply start the application. So npm run dev. So here we have started the application. Come back here, reload the browser, and you can see we have no more issues. And right now the contract we are using, it's deployed to the Polygon. So if you click on this all user, we have nothing here. If you come to the chats, nothing here. So if you click on this MetaMask, the very first thing I want to do is I want to log out from this application, and I want to show you everything from beginning. Simply reload the browser, it will open up the MetaMask. Now simply pass the credential and log into this application. So we are connected. Nothing we have here. Click on this create, and we have to pass the name. So I'll say Daulat Hussain. Click on submit. It will open the MetaMask, make the confirmations, and here you can see here we have the loader, because right now it's taking time because we are making the transaction on the Polygon. So that's why we are displaying our loader. But when you will do test locally, it will happen very quickly. And here we have register ourselves, and you can see the name we have fetched, Daulat Hussain. So that looks pretty good. We have no issues in that. And if you click on this all user, this one is also looking fine. We have no issues in that. So if you come here, and if I switch to the next account, if I come to the second account, and I have to create another user, so I'll say Shweb Bhai. Click on submit, confirm, and it's reloading. And here we have registered one more user. You can see name Shweb Bhai, and this looks pretty good. I can add friend, and again click confirm. And now I'm friend with Daulat Hussain. You can simply open this one, and you can see the transaction is happening. And you come back here, click on this, and now I want to send message. So make sure to double click on this, and I can send the message, or I can simply reload the browser and double click it and simply come and send the message. I'll say, hey Daulat, this project is amazing, and click on this. It will open the MetaMask. Click on confirm, and here it making the transaction. You can see we have this loader, and that's beautiful. We have sent the message. So click on that. You can see this is the exact message you have sent. Looks good. Now what we have to do is come here, click on this. Now go back to the account number 1, and if we reload that, you can see the Daulat Hussain, the account number 1 is friend with Shoaib Akhtar. If you click on that, you will have the message. Looks pretty good, and you can simply send the message. I'll say, hey Shoaib Bhai, welcome to the blockchain coder. Click on confirm, and I'm getting this error message because I click one, so make sure to click double. Okay, so that will fix the issue. Now you can type the message, welcome to the blockchain coder. Click on this, and you will have the MetaMask, and now you can confirm the transaction. You can see we have the loader, and the transaction is happening. You can open the MetaMask and you can check the transaction complete, and here the message you have sent from Daulat Hussain, and this one is from Shoaib Akhtar. Looks pretty good. Okay, that looks amazing. You can see we have deployed our contract to the Polygon, and everything is working fine. Now I will simply stop the application from running, and now the time is to deploy our application, this particular Dapp, to the hostinker and add a custom domain so we can make our application live so other can use it. So I'll simply close this one. I'll not going to delete anything. Simply I have to run this particular command. So I'll come here, and this is the command we have to run, npm run build command, and this will give us the build code which we'll deploy on the. And here you can see something's wrong, we are getting an error. So that's a very easy fix. I know why we are getting this particular error. It's happening because of the image. We have to optimize the image, and here we have to do the changes. So you can see we have this optimization, but still we have to say directly. So I will simply comment this, and I'll try to run one more time. Let's have a look, and let's call build, and just a moment, and still we are getting the same error message. So I stuck for a while, and I figured out that this is the exact piece of code we want to add. So all you have to do is type image unoptimized true, and that's the only thing you have to do. If you do that, that will fix the issue. Save it, and now you have to run the build command. So npm run build, hit enter, and this is going to create the file. And you can see we have successfully created the 4 file we are exporting from here. And you can see this red flag, it's telling you to optimize the JavaScript, but it's a small project, so we're not going to do it. So it looks pretty good. Clear your terminal. So we have exported all the files. Clear the terminal, and now we have this out folder. In that we have these folders and file, and these are the files we have to upload to our hostinger, and that looks pretty good. So we have this index and all of this file, and this is the exact files we have to upload. So simply close all of this, open tabs, and now what I will do is I'll click on this and come to the resource section, click on resource, and here you will find all the resources which I use for deploying my project for the production. So these are the assets, these are the platform which I use personally for all my dApps. So here you will find all the resources which I use. Hostinger I use for static size, it's very affordable, and they have a amazing customer support, and they have an amazing speed you will get, and they are giving amazing discounts. So if you buy right now, you will get 85 to 70% discounts if you click here, and you can take that, and it's an affiliate link. So once you will buy, we will get a small support to our team, but you will get extra discount. So this is the hostinger. I'll click on that, and you will come back to the hostinger. So right now you will get 75% discount. So Hostinger is such a powerful platform which allow you to host your application and static site. So right now you can see that I'm from India, so this is the Indian price I'm getting, and right now they're having amazing discounts. So simply click on this, and here you will find all the countries. So no matter for which country you are, you can pick your country and you can have the entire setup. So if you are from USA, this is the exact amount you have to pay, which is very less. So I'll come back to the India. I'll come back here in India, and I'm getting amazing discount. So click on this, and they have 30 days money guarantee. Click on claim, and here they have 3 plans. So this one is the single web hosting, this one is premium, this is the business. So if you come back to the signal hosting, in the single web hosting you will get 1 website, 5 GB storage, 100 GB broadband. You will not get any domain, you will get unlimited SSL and security and all of these things. But the one I use personally, and the one I'm going to use in this project, is this most popular one, the premium web hosting, because I can store 100 websites. I have this much storage, unlimited broadband. I will get a free domain which I can use for testing. So this is the one which I'm going to pick, and the best part is that you can able to select their data location. So if you're from USA, you can select the data location of USA. If you're from India, Turkey, you can select the exact data location. I'm going to select the India one. You can come here and you can simply compare the pricing plan for the single premium business, and this one is the most affordable one. And the best thing I like about this hostinger is that their customer support is really very good. So whenever my website or any website of my clients get down, I can connect with them, I can easily able to find them, and they can help me amazingly very fast. So what I will do, I'll simply come up here, and this is the plan which I'm going to buy. So let me click on this, add to cart, and you will come here. You can see what you will get. So they have multiple plans: 1 month, 12 month, 14 month, 24 and 288 months. So this is the plan which I'm going to take right now. I'm getting amazing discounts on that, and this is the exact amount I have to pay. So right now The actual price is 21,000 this, but I'm getting on this particular amount for 4 years. So this one is absolutely amazing discount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for a time and let me buy this hosting. So let me buy that one. So after completing the payment successfully, you will have a similar dashboard here, and you will find the information about the hosting you have taken. So as we have taken the premium one, so we got a free domain along with that. So what I did, I simply registered domain. So in your case, you won't have this domain by default. If you come to this page, it will ask you to create and select a domain. So you can pick whatever domain you want and you can register that. So I've registered this particular domain, and that's the domain I'm going to use in the project. So you can see this is the single web hosting I have, and on this we're going to deploy, and this is the domain which I'm going to use. So this particular domain I already used in my previous project in the NFT marketplace, which I will show you. So what I will do is I'll simply come into the web hosting, and you can see that I already deployed one project, the NFT marketplace project. So I must tell you to watch that, which I will link in the I button in the descriptions, and that I have explained everything, the configuration. So click on this. I'm going to delete this particular website because we're going to use the same hosting and the same domain for deploying our chat application. So once you do that, you can click on this manage, and here you will find all the information about the domain. So if I click on that, you can see our NFT project is already on this particular domain and it's working absolutely fine. It's fetching the information, and you can see we have these two user and we have this NFTs we have created. So again, I will tell you to watch this particular video, which I will link in the I button in the description, where I have explained every single thing in detail. So click on that and things are looking fine. So what I will do is I will simply come here and I'm going to delete this one, delete, delete. So this will take a little bit time. So I'm deleting, it will take almost 15 minutes to work. If I come here and if I click on this manage, you can see we have this interface. Here you will manage all the settings for your application. So let me do one thing. Let me come up here, and now let me restart once again. So this is the one we have. If I click on the domain, these are the configuration you have to do. So when you will register the domain for the very first time, you have to put your account address, like address, phone number, email ID, and then you have to verify the email ID. After you verify the email ID, it will take close to 1 hour or half minutes to get the registration complete. After that, you can try. So that looks good. Now I will come back here and I can click on this, and it will take me here. You can see finally we have deleted the entire data of the NFT marketplace, and now we're going to use the same hosting for deploy our chat application. So click on this, click on start now, select the option. So we have migrate and create. So I will select create, click on this, click on the select the domain which you want, select, click on setup, and here we have it's initializing our project. It's going to install the SSL certificate. So just wait, this will happen very quickly. So we are doing the installation, looking pretty good, and here it's going to happen. Just a moment. And here we have successfully created the project, and you got your control panel, and all we have to do is to deploy all the files in the control panel. So we'll click on manage site, delete this particular one, and here we'll have this entire option. So from here you can able to manage the entire project. So if you want to do the changes, so when you will connect your domain, when you will register your domain and when you will connect your domain, it's going to show you a notification here that whether it's connected or not. But when you will register for the very first time, it will take half an hour to 1 hour. So wait for that long. Once it will say your website is running smooth, that means your domain is connected with this particular hosting. Okay, looks fine. Now what I will do is I'll simply do one thing. I'll come up here, and from if you click on this, we still have the cache. So I'll simply reload that one, and you can see we have deleted this one. So nothing in there on this domain. Now from here we can upload the entire files. So click on the file manager, and here it's going to open the file manager. So from here you will have the details. So single web hosting. From here you can able to find all the resources which you are using on this application and the hosting which you have bought. So come back here. Here you will manage your domain. So the name, server, all of the things you can manage, and you can manage the files. So come back here in the control panel, the file manager, and all we have to do is you will have the exact interface. So click on this public and delete this particular file, the PHP one, and here we have to drag and drop the entire folder. So we'll click on this, and this entire files and folder we have to drag and drop these all one. So I'll come back to the folder location. So I'll open my computer and go back to the project. So this is the one. Simply open that one, go back to the out folder, and simply select and drag and drop here. And we have uploaded this entire. Click on this index, and this is the main file which will inject our entire application. So simply close this one, and now everything is working fine. Sometime it will take time, and sometime it will happen quickly. So if I click on this, you can see still we are getting this same old one because of the cache, but if I reload the browser, it will fix the issue. You can see now it's working fine. So this is the exact thing you have to do to host your application on a hosting or in a remote location and connect your custom domain. So it's working fine. If I close this one, if I come here, and you can able to find the messages and the user. Sometime it will take half an hour or half an hour to 1 hour once you will deploy the files, because when I did for the very first times 2 weeks ago, it took me almost half an hour to connect the domain and launch the very first website, the NFT marketplace. But after that, everything is happening very quickly. So this is the domain, and this is the hosting I'm going to use over and over again for showing you that how you can deploy the applications, the app we are building. Looks pretty good. No issues we have here. We can simply come up here, and I'm into my account number 1. You can see the Dapp Hussein. I will simply reload that. I will come back here, reload that, and come here. Everything is working fine. I'll simply click on chat, and I want to send him a message. So I'll say at the blockchain coder, click on this. I'm getting this because I have to double click on. Okay, I want you to fix this issue. That's a very small bug. Instead of attaching on click function on the name, you have to attach on the entire box. So if I double click on that, and I can simply pass the message, the blockchain coder, click on this, and this time the transaction will happen. And now anybody can use your application. You can see we are having this loader. It's also working perfectly. If you open the MetaMask, it's happening transaction beautifully, and the transaction is complete. And here we have the message. Looks amazing. Now let's send the message. Click here, come back here, bring this down, close this one, and all of these things are working absolutely fine. Now if I come here, make sure to watch this particular tutorial, in that I have explained extensively if you want to do the manual configuration of the hard hat, the images, all of the things I have explained here. And we have so many amazing projects. I believe that you guys are following this real estate Dapp project, because this will give you amazing learning about the smart contract, and you can start your own startup where you can allow others to manage and store information about their property on the blockchains, and you can take commissions. So this one is absolutely amazing project which you can build. If you come back to the playlist section, here you will find all the project. So we have this interview question, real estate Dapp, we have this Uniswap, we have this NFT marketplace, we have the Solidity smart contract. So we have all of this playlist. I want you to come and explore this and follow each one of this project. That will give you amazing learning. So it looks pretty good. Now you can find the source code here. So if I come to the source code section, here you will get the entire source code of the project we have built. You can simply come and you can get. So this is the entire source code, and I want you to come and have a look and check from your end that what you will get and what you will build. So that's the only thing I want to talk about in this video. Hope you guys have got the idea that how you can deploy that. Many of you have asked me over and over again that Dapp make a tutorial where we can deploy this application on the internet so other can have an access. So that's the only thing I want to talk about in this video. Hope you guys got an idea that how you can do that. If you still have any confusion and doubt, do let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to provide you all the resources down in the description, so you can click on the link for buying the hosting and for getting the source code. So you can click on that and you can get it. With that, I'm ending this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.